Okay, I've had a few problems with my stream today, trying to get it running. Been a few updates, Windows trying to update when I don't want it to, and all those kinds of things. But think we've got it working now. I think there's a couple of slower things, but I'll just bear with that. And the idea today is to try and continue with my Titan save where I left off. I think the only thing I did after I got off the stream yesterday was add a save point because I was having a few problems with the refiners as usual. Refiners not doing as they're told. And I usually find putting a save point in will help with that. Now I've got new drivers, so I might have to look around a bit and just get everything loading properly. You can see there's little stutters where things are loading in. That's what I added, because these were empty when I looked, and really what I need to do in order to make sure these don't empty is to always save and reload before I look in there. But I just reloaded, so I was pretty sure they'd still work. Well, the thing that this save is really lacking at the moment is nanites. I've got 3,760. But for instance, I'd quite like to upgrade these. And they're going to take a few nanites. And I'd quite like to get a better weapon on my multi-tool. That's going to take a few nanites. So what I would normally do for nanites relatively early in a save is go hunting for fauna. Hello. How does the living ship compare to your favorite on your... Oh, I don't like it that much. But for this save, I mean, coming out of Titan, it's very useful because it allows you to warp around and fly around with only using basic materials. So I'm going to stick with it for now. Really need a freighter in reasonable short order just to start upgrading it. But what I need to do is find a planet that's got a decent amount of fauna that I can hunt for. Was about to message you on Discord. This post-expedition save is usually abysmal. Unusually abysmal, yeah. I've got a C-class multi-tool ship and freighter, no building parts, nothing of note. Well, there's not an awful lot. I mean, I do think that after the expedition, sticking with the Wraith is probably the best idea, as I was just saying, in terms of I don't mind it too much. Right, so I want that other paradise planet. Not paradise, lush planet. What's that one? That's basalt. Contaminated. Is it the one behind there? No, it doesn't look like it. Desolate. Oh, there it is, hidden in the rings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this planet and I'm going to try and discover all of the fauna because it'll give me 2,750 nanites. I'm favouring that planet over this planet because although this will give me 3,000 nanites, there are a couple of underground, which I don't mind looking for, and I maybe will look for in a bit. But let's do the quick wins first. It might be worth doing the underground ones just to show how I would normally go about looking for them, because I know a lot of people find them a pain to find, as does everybody, including me, but I do have a few techniques I use that sometimes help. I mean, do I have a favourite ship even? I'm not sure. Certainly on my expedition save, my main serial expedition save, where I go and do each expedition in turn, I've just stuck with the Starborn Runner because I really like it. Not because it's necessarily a favourite ship, but it's because that particular save is all about running expeditions and using expedition rewards, so it was an expedition reward. It's going to take a little while for this the latest NVIDIA drivers to settle down a bit. They're stuttering every new place I go. Right, let's start. They're not scan. I got lucky on my save and got a wormhole to my own private area of the galaxy with half-decent ships and equipment. In fact, turned it into my new main save. Well, that's what I kind of plan to do with my other expedition save, is turn that one into my main save. Just because my main save is so old and a bit broken. And it's getting there. It's not quite as effective. Of course, everything here will have been discovered before because I'm still not far from the expedition path. So we've got 2 rare ground, and then the rest are all underwater. Are the rare ground? Oh, yes, always active. Anyone know how well NMS runs under Linux, AMD? I'm thinking about ditching Windows. Well, I am finding Windows less and less satisfying as the years go on, but I haven't gone as far as to actually try Linux yet. It certainly runs very well on my Steam Deck, which is Linux based. I don't think there's anything incompatible. Let's see where that is. Oh, there it is. He's a tall guy. I'll have a quick look at him, see how tall he is. It's a very dark planet at night here. He's not super tall. .4. Actually, it's not bad. Not. Right, so that should be all of the ground. Yep, so 4 underwater, none of them in the north or the south by the look of it. Nope. My Windows is continually nagging me to update to 24H2, which I don't want to do. So I've just been setting up my configuration to stop it doing that today. But NVIDIA wanted to update my drivers as well, and everything just all at once. I think everybody in the whole gaming world is kind of waiting for Valve to bring out their operating system properly. I know it's partly available, but not for every graphics card. That might be the time to bite the bullet. I don't think I've got water landing, am I? I think there will be a lot of people that leave Windows 11 after that. I mean, I mainly use Windows 11 because I'm still very much an Microsoft Office user. I don't really like the alternatives. That's not because I particularly love Microsoft Office, but I'm used to it. It's behind there. I need to remember I haven't got a save that could really survive underwater for too long. Yeah. I've got them all. Some of these textures are taking a while to load in too. This always happens when you update things. Okay, so that's a bit of a bump for nanites. I know dual booting is becoming more of a pain as well, because Windows doesn't really like dual booting anymore. Very calm, this sea. What's the weather here? Mostly calm. I should have sailed here. Although mostly calm is normal, not clear. Let's use some of these nanites then. What's the button for it again? A. Bit better. I heard when Windows 11 was a little bit fussy about dual booting at the moment, but as I say, I haven't really tested it, so it's just what someone told me. Okay, what else have we got that we can get nanites from? Contaminated plan's only got 6 on it. That's obviously got none on it. That's got 10. It's 2,500. But it's got 3 underground. That sounds like an awful place to go. Let's go back home and try and find the undergrounds. My favourite thing of note about living ships Upgrade the modules using nanites. So, yeah, definitely. That is a very nice thing about them. Now, it'd be interesting to see if my refiners are still working. I was co-pilot and recall that made my decision for me. Also, Windows Store breaking older games but to not work under Windows. Well, that's one of the problems. Is Windows 11 is just not a gaming-focused operating system, so it can start messing with your games. Well, it's good to hear that dual boot is working okay. I mean, currently I have 2 PCs, so I could theoretically make the other one my non-gaming PC and just have things like Microsoft Office on it. Right, returning to my base, just in case I lose stuff in my refiner. Make a save point. Reload it. And we'll see if it's messed them up. No, they're still there. I just need some gold for that one. It's nearly used all of that. Make a save. Right, so I guess we're going to have to look for some underground creatures on this. Oh, I thought that was a fish for a minute. Doesn't look like this point of interest has caves around it. Be nice if it wasn't a monsoon. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, very few word processors are as good as Word still. That nobody's really done the work. I know I've used many of the others. I just don't feel like they're as good. And that's not saying Word is that good even. Well, I've got a load of points of interest logged at the moment, so I should be able to find some caves relatively easily. I should be able to find some open caves relatively easily, which... Let's go to this transmission... No, transmission tower will be less likely. Observatory, that's probably more likely. What to do after getting an organic ship or a living ship? I would say watch my video on upgrading the Wraith, because the same principles will apply, which are start pulsing in abandoned systems to get melody eggs. It's by far the quickest way to upgrade them. Obviously, the stumbling block is always going to be upgrading the inventory. I think I may have just been lucky and got both of the underground ones in one hit then. Yep, uncommon underground, both of them. So we've got underwater, 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 ground, and rare ground always active, found in the north. Where am I? I'm in the south. Maybe we'll do the underwater next. Melody eggs are well, I'll be doing some, so maybe I'll look for one in a minute. But melody eggs are the quickest way of upgrading your modules. You get modules from melody eggs. Beacon sent long ago from a distant system awaits my response. 3 numbers are visible above an empty input box. So we got going backwards 7 7. So it's third position 7. That is correct, isn't it? Second position, first position, fourth, yeah. Yes, psychonic eggs. Hello Games love to use words that are barely in the dictionary, and the word psychonic is a word, but I think it's been used about 5 times in the history of the word. And I can't even remember what it's called now. I still haven't done the Atlas Pass, and that's level 2 anyway. Any red dots? Oh, this is still stuttering a bit. Water. I could probably quickly see if we can find a while we're in space. Let's see if we can find while in space, go to the life form filter, and all the white systems will be uncharted. Go to your nearest uncharted system. That will cut out all of the other possible it will cut out a large number of other possible space encounters. One of the problems I'm probably going to have is I probably have a space encounter mission, so it might not work here. But theoretically, if I pulse here in a living ship, I'm more likely to find melody eggs. We'll see what we get. See, I think I'm going to always get this, and I don't think I'm going to get anything else, because I think this is the triggering of the Voice of Freedom. Which I don't really want to do right away. It would be nice if we could individually just turn off missions and just kind of turn them on again when we wanted to. So Voice of Freedom pops up, we get it in our log, and then we just turn it off. Say, do not remind me. Like I'm getting the same one every time, so there we are, the Voice of Freedom starting. So I'm not going to be able to demonstrate it, but I did make a video about it not long ago, so you should be able to find it in my recent video lists under upgrading the Wraith. But that's what you would do. Go to an uncharted system that, which is easy to find, cuts out most of the other stuff. And then when you find a melody egg, you can just shoot it, and then you will get a random module. It will also be a random class, so you might have to upgrade some of them. And you slowly fill in your thing. Someone that followed it said it took them a couple of hours to upgrade their Wraith fully. And I would say that's probably about par. Been having difficulties with active quests and space encounters interrupting freighter battles, and freighter just vanishes. Is this a recent bug or long-standing? There have always been a few issues with some quests interrupting things. I don't think I've seen that exact symptom, but it doesn't surprise me. Alright, I'm still in the south, so I want to go north. I was going to go to water, but it looks like I'm doing... the other ground creature first. Yep, north. Any easy way to find the portal in an abandoned system? Well, the most obvious way is to portal to it. You find it really easily then. There are monoliths. You just have to find them. Let's get this a second. Am I looking for any more? It shows you that these are trickier to find because I'm actually finding them and other people didn't, and I'm not that far off of the beaten path. Yeah. Underwater, underwater, underwater. That's the one we're looking at, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. We're still looking for the one that's found in the north. Let's just run in a direction. Yeah, you just have... I mean, you can use every method possible to find a monolith. Some of them don't always work well in uncharted systems, but trying your exocraft scanner, trying your charts, you usually can't find them. Right, water. Let's go a bit further up and see where the main water is. I think this is one of these tricky planets where it looks like there's water sometimes, and then we get there, it isn't, but it should be the same. I mean, abandoned and uncharted systems should still have monoliths and portals, because they're nothing to do with the racers. They were placed there beforehand. I mean, we can go and visit one and see in a bit. These get in the way, these fast, small shoals of fish. But that's all of them. That's another 3,000 nanites. I mean, I always think this is the easiest way to get nanites, but that's partly because I like looking for fauna. It's one of my, every now and again I'll find something I really like. I'll park my ship over there. I mean, let's grab a few charts and see what happens if we try it in an uncharted system. I don't think I've got any... No, I don't have any ancient site charts yet. Oh, look at that stutter. It's the first time I've been to a space station, I think. Let's just see what I've got here that... It's just stuff we can sell here. We can probably get rid of those. Do they refine to anything? No. Juicy thorax. I've got a lot of those, but I like to have at least one. And I've got 20 leg meat. That should do me. Yeah, let's get rid of some of that. Can you tell what's tameable at range? You just get to know what animals are tameable and what animals aren't, because it's all based on the type of creature. So I'm going to buy that. Buy that. Maybe keep that one. Maybe keep that one. Sell those. Sell those. Sell those. Chuck those in my starship. This living slime should fill up that. Mordite. Can do that one. Viscous fluids. I don't have viscous fluids. I think that's the earliest one, isn't it? I mean, what's untamable? The birds and high flyers are untamable. The pushers along the ground, like moles, they're untamable. The what I call rock dolphin, the things that fly in and out of the ground, they're untamable. The rollers, the things that roll along, they're untamable. You know, they almost look like little speedboat things that are just going along the ground, speed cars or muscle car, kind of something with a little wheel on it that's just pushing along. Kind of get you kind of get to know what is or isn't tameable. Right, so we've got 3 ancient charts. Any advice for catching the low-level flyers as pets? Managed to get lucky with a flying cactus, where I went for other flying octopus, couldn't get close enough. There's not really much general. You can try dropping bait on the ground. If they're close to the ground, they will. I think they will sometimes take it. I'm not sure if they do. Other than that, you just have to kind of be lucky, really. Right, so let's go to an uncharted system. So, life form. Back to that one, that'll do. And we'll just pop that chart. They don't like them, no. So I think we might need to use the exocraft. Have I got the ability to build an exocraft here? Building parts. What's it? Technology. I need paraffinium and metal plating, so I can probably make the metal plating. But I would need to go to a planet with paraffinium. Is there one here? Don't have a lush here. Nope. 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 Let's try and get rid of some of these things popping up every 5 minutes. No, I can't see my things. I've got to answer it. Dream to the deep, I thought it was. No, I think I might need, in order to test this out, I might need to actually grab some paraffinium. Or I suppose I could go and get my ship. No, my car rather. And bring it with me. Go back to my base. By flying cactus, do you mean the little flyers with the little spikes that come out? Probably quicker to call the anomaly to get to my base. Yeah, I mean, all of the newer ones you spin on when riding, including those spirals. They're very odd. I'm going to pick this up. I should have called in the anomaly from the system I was in. It would have been a lot quicker. Let's go back to, yeah, that one. Double check we're in the right place. Yes. I know they made the re-entry fire a little bit more prominent on this version, but I didn't feel like it was very prominent to start with. So, oh wow, this is really dark. I can hardly see a thing. But it seems to be quite prominent now. Right, so I should be able to build that. Remove it while I remember. No, it's not doing it anymore. Maybe it is trickier now. You used to be able to use this. Mind you, this can be a little bit fussy about how far away something is, so maybe we'll odd plant. Maybe we'll go to a few different places just to be sure.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Did Titan give us the glyphs? It did, didn't it? What's that under? Portal glyphs. No, it didn't. They really don't give us much in Titan. Watching a streamer in abandoned mode and there were no Acrojet plans in the ship terminal. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. I mean, you wouldn't need them necessarily because there are no ocean planets either, because you can't get to purple systems. But it does seem a bit of an oversight. Can't see a thing here. Nope. Well, the thing is, there's always going to be people that want to play the expedition save as their main save. They come into the game with it, or they like that save. They get attached to it. So it is a surprise that they didn't give us some of the perks of other expeditions. Like, I would have thought ending at a portal like they did, that it would be one of those ones that gave us the portal glyphs. Set on 4. Well, I'm not having an awful lot of luck finding monoliths. So I've seen lots of people say they don't exist, but I've always found they do. But I'm not. Maybe they don't, or maybe they've changed things, or. I know they definitely do in abandoned systems. No, I don't think ocean planets can exist in non-purple systems. I think they're making an assumption. There was a bit of confusion about the wording of the update. Some people seem to think that some of the newer planets would be available in undiscovered systems. And that's really not what that note meant, I don't think. Well, I'm pretty sure that isn't what they meant, because there was no way of doing that. It's not an always online game. It's not possible to just say, okay, well, this system's undiscovered, we'll change it to be something else. Because they don't know what is fully discovered by people that aren't online. For instance, players that just don't use the internet to play this game. Well, it looks like the simple but slightly glib answer of how to find a portal in an abandoned system is portal to it. because it doesn't look like I'm finding any monoliths. Nope, it doesn't look like it. It's not a very satisfying answer. I know if we were to go to, let's see, if we go back to no filter, we're on no filter now. A lot of red systems have abandoned systems in them. So, or is it blue systems that are mostly abandoned and red systems that are mostly uncharted? The problem is there's no easy way using the filters to find abandoned systems. There's a lot of stuttering in this. I've been finding stuttering in the galaxy map ever since Worlds Part 2. Yep. Okay, so we're in one. Let's try the charts again. Immediately found something. So that's the difference. We want to pop more than one now. Ancient plaque. Alien monolith. There we go. Yeah, this happens a lot. The drop in performance with newer updates. This particular update, it feels to me like they're I think I said this before, they're using a safer code base, I think, because the draw distance seems to have got a lot shorter when you're flying, for instance. And for grass, it's really short, even on foot. So we found a monolith on abandoned quite easily. So there seems to be a difference there. So maybe they just are not in uncharted systems after all. Because I don't really have much of the language to help me with the puzzle. Vision begins. Real body encasing eyes. It's patchwork of different body parts. Ragged beak appears to have been stitched on with animal gut. A handwritten sign in the language of the ancient traders can be seen above the body's head. Some sort of fuel would most likely melt the ice. But do I want to? I don't think so. There, so we can relatively easily locate a portal in abandoned systems. Planet names in this system. Be more creative. 0 out of 10. Right, back to... Right, what's my next point of... managed to upgrade my starship to S for everything there. It doesn't look like I'm going to be easily able to farm melody eggs at the moment because of the quests. Don't really want to get involved in those quests. Enjoy your dinner. Last bit of colder coffee. Now what? Oh, it's the same thing, isn't it? Maybe if I kickstart it. It's always a tricky one to kickstart because it can start getting quite aggressive, this one. Yeah. Right, let's see. Yeah, immediately got a melody egg. We then shoot a melody egg, and it gives us, in this case, a pulsing heart node. But we don't need pulsing heart nodes because we've got 1, 2, 3 of those. Sometimes you get 2. So we'll try again. But very often, you're better off just jumping from one to another. I really wish they'd sort out that tail. It's not the best animation in the world. Just needs to flow a bit better. See, I'm not getting anything else. So what I would tend to do is go to another one. Life form. So Bax noise seems to give us one. Really want that because that's not a melody egg. It'd be very, very boring to do this, so I'm only just going to try a couple. I don't think the log's messing it up. I'm going to go back to Baxnoy, whatever it was called. Baxoy. And see if this one's consistent. Can't resist stellar ice. Yes, so it's the third thing. Neural assembly node. Which is... Which one's the neural assembly node? Is it that one? So again, it's something we've got 3 S's in already, so I don't need that one either. But that's how I would upgrade a living ship. I would find 2 systems that had a reliable spawn of a melody egg. In this case, this one, but it's not great because it's not the first thing to spawn, but it would be okay. If you found 2, maybe 3 systems that each spawn a melody egg first, then just keep going back to them. And eventually you'll manage to net all of them. go and sell those for nanites. Guess I don't really need that either with a living ship as my main ship. What we got now? 7,000. Got all of those. Got all of those. That one's got 6 on. So what type are they? Flying. Yeah, I can probably get those quite quickly. So let's go there. Might as well go and get that ancient ruin. That's handy. There's a lot of points of interest around here. Of 6.
Radiation protection.
4. Bit more ground. Both rare, so you probably want to be on the move. Handy, I'll keep that. Not so bothered about that one. Made that a little bit too responsive again. Hi, Grabnor. Mostly nanite farming by getting fauna, but I couldn't resist this crater that I spotted.
Stabilizing. Radiation protection falling.
Read through that because it's just being added to my log. I'm not exactly doing lore stuff at the moment. Alright, one more ground creature. There it is.
Units received.
That's better. So that's that planet. This doesn't have any. This planet has 10. It's got 3 underground. I'm not sure if I can be bothered to do that one. Getting a lot of milestones, so maybe I should pop up to the anomaly and hand in my milestones. And I should also move my living slime into my ship where it can be useful. We picked up some firstborn relics we need to sell. What's the betting I get scanned now? I think we've officially decided that this particular expedition doesn't start you off very well. The living ship being the saving grace. Because at least you can fly around and warp around. want to check to see if I've got some stuff that this explorer wants yet. I can't remember what he wanted now. Glowing minerals. I thought I had some, but no. Storm crystals. Could possibly get those things. Welcome back, Ignition. You haven't missed an awful lot. I found a crash freighter and got the animals from a different planet with some nanites. So I've now got 9,381 nanites, so we're getting there. And I'm not sure if you saw, but I managed to get a couple of melody eggs, but they were both C-class and both things I had all of the modules for. I haven't been to... Come on, be fauna. That would be really nice. Minerals. Thinking we work towards... Got the bolt caster stuff. Maybe we get the neutron cannon stuff. Yeah, they were both C-class of things that I had full complement of S-class for. So, because I've got 3 of the pulsing hearts, and I got a pulsing heart one, and I got 3 of the neural assembly nodes, and I've got a neural assembly node one. So, as they were C-class, they weren't worth popping in to see if I got better S-classes. So. I don't really need that. Okay. Actually, what have I got salvaged? I've only got 3, so there's probably not worth anything. But let me just find out. One of the things I was thinking of doing was setting up a few... Only 1. That's very generous. And that one's only 1. So we need some uranium. And some ammonia. And some life support gel. Don't think I've got any cobalt. I was thinking it was cobalt. I so rarely use life support gel. I don't know why. Let's sell that off. else have we got in here? Move that into my starship for now. Move that into my starship for now. Don't even really need that. Don't need that right now.
Received. Units received.
Tempted to just get rid of that. It's only 5 of them. It's not going to be a huge profit. It's a crystal fragment I have. Okay, let's get rid of that. Go and get some uranium. Got the ancient ruin. Oh, was I too close to the planet for that melody egg? That's annoying. Abandoned. It's worth getting the extra keys now because we've got a place that can take them. Should be 2 out in this direction somewhere. It's not the one. Probably it.
Life support power low. Technology recharge. Technology prepared. Technology prepared.
Blood-stained literature. Right, I'm going to jump in and out and reload just in case that melody egg comes back. I want to test it. Nope, didn't come back straight away. Let's just give it a few more seconds. That isn't it. These things are timed, and I might have just been in the system long enough to get that melody egg, and this isn't looking very promising now. Ah, there it is. Spewing vent. That's one I haven't got all of. We've now got all three of those. We'll move that there. I don't remember which one. Neural assembly. There, yeah, that's got adjacency with that. Getting there. Something flying around me. I could hear something then. Right, so back to... So have we got enough space for... We probably go there. No. Because it's next to these, isn't it? Probably go there. That's probably better for it. 1163.7. No, it doesn't. It's not better. Nope. Yeah, I think melody eggs are the way to go. They're by far the most efficient. And it means you don't have to worry about getting a freighter. And then when you get all of your psychonic eggs, you can just You can pop a few to see if you get any better modules, but mostly you can just sell them. Unless, of course, you plan on getting more living ships. It's the one of the big perks of living ships is they kind of upgrade themselves. We'll donate that and donate all 3 keys. Eight increased standing, not bad. We're getting... That's free. I might as well click that. We got up to the 4th line now. Might as well just sell that straight away. Anything else? Might as well pop that in a bit. I would just really, really like a living freighter of some kind. I know it would probably take a bit of work extra to...
Product received. Product received.
Do we really need that much cobalt? Probably not.
Product received.
But I would just really like a living freighter. It just would complete the set. I think it's because it's right next to a point of interest, but every time I walk back to my base, it puts me on the landing pad, not next to the teleporter. This is where I put my base computer, in this corner, so maybe that's why. Save, reload, restore point, just to make sure I don't lose what's in my refiner. I'm going to double check to see if that's still working, because it was playing up earlier. Yep, they're still in there. So next thing to do was to get some... It's the oxygen harvester in another part of the... Yeah. So I need more life support gel and dihydrogen jelly. I might be able to buy the dihydrogen. Be ultimately lazy, but nope, we don't have that. Right, so I need dihydrogen. One more dihydrogen jelly. Oh, I thought I had 3 now. No, I don't. 3. need 2 more life support gel, which needs some carbon. We got oxygen. We're going to get some oxygen back anyway. What is going on with my dihydrogen jelly? I spelled I had to. That's why I have to keep making that. Now we should have everything.
Technology recharge.
Again, these should continue to work while I'm not here, so we will test them. And we got an atmosphere harvester. We need hermetic seals and ammonia, so we need to go and get some ammonia. And I don't think we have anywhere we can get some here. "12 minutes. Have you been timing it?" I've never actually timed it. Surprisingly few of these. We've got discovers. Might be easier to just take off and go and get it from the catalogue. So we want a nice colour. So it's got ice, so we might get some dioxide while we're here. Uranium, okay. And so this is a nice system for maybe setting up some bases. I just never have timed it, but I approve. There's nothing wrong with timing these things. The oxygen harvester does seem to be a lot quicker than some of the other harvesters. don't think I really want an ammonia base. Very dull planet. Got a nice amount of fauna though. It might be tempting to get those. Maybe I'll try and see if I can get the underground quickly. And if I can, I'll get the rest. Ammonia 553. 913. 724. I think that one's going to be good. Interesting plant. Oh, it's one of those almost like fly trap plants in a different color.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Look like I have any toxic protection at the moment. I always set up an automated mining unit for the basics, things that I know I'm going to need a lot of early on. But I'm not going to need a lot of ammonia, I wouldn't have thought. Not at this stage anyway.
Technology recharge.
I keep thinking I'm going to need uranium for my ship, but of course I don't need uranium for my ship. Yeah, the chromatic metal thing is always handy. That's why I always go for a large refiner. Okay, was that a cave? Yes. Looks like a lot of open cave area here. Rather dark planet.
Units received.
There he is.
Units received.
We've got the underground. Got the ground. We need two more ground. Rare ground always found in the north. Are we in the north? I bet we're not. No, we're not. That backed up onto me.
Toxin protection falling. Units received. Units received. Units received.
One rare ground north. One rare ground everywhere. Behind there. And it's quite a long way away.
Units received.
I didn't check where north was. Hang on. It is that way. Very dark planet again. Not a fauna, not the ones we're looking for. That hat. Not see them.
Toxin protection falling.
Can't see where I'm going. No, I did have that on. Oh, a nice Triceratops. It's actually quite a nice planet for fauna in general. Might be a good place to set up a farm. If I can find a flatter area that's... Thinking of food. some water. Let's go to the light side. I can't really see. That's better. Flying, underwater found in the south. And we're probably still in the north. Yes, we are. Get the flying. Almost one popped in there.
Units received.
One more uncommon flying.
Units received.
We've got the raindrops. I really like those.
Toxic protection falling. Units received. Units received.
That's rare underwater. Probably need deeper water, really. Let's try the terrain manipulation trick. Go a bit deeper. There you go. Sometimes makes them spawn.
Units received.
The abyssal horror that you find at the curious, what are they called? Not curious. What are they called? Those alluring specimens. I went to one not long ago. It did during the Titan expedition. It didn't seem to be any different. But I can't say that was an exhaustive test. So now I want to go, was it south, wasn't it? Quite a long way south. So I probably want to go and see if there's more water in the other hemisphere. Is that far enough south? Yes. I doubt it needs deep water because we've got the predator, so let's just land here. It's deep enough anyway. Okay, so that's another 3,500 nanites.
Toxic protection falling. Warning.
Oh, I triggered them. I was trying not to trigger it. The water can make even the dullest planets look quite nice sometimes. Right, so there were other things I was interested in this system. Apart from the ammonia I came here for. Uranium's not quite as important. Not going to let me do that one. Pyrite could be handy. It's dioxide. I want to set up a dioxide farm. That was why we wanted the uranium, that's right. Then the metal plating and Let's go. Let's turn around and get the uranium first then. I don't need a source of uranium, but I do need it right now. It is unusual to be just carrying on a save in mostly discovered space. It does make a change. Nice asset. Do. Finding quite a lot of freighters in this save. All the uranium's miles away. Do this in proper order. When I run these one after the other, this is how I normally do them. I usually go straight to this one here, standing on this block. Viscous fluid is one of the ones. Can't remember now.
Radiation protection falling.
Oh, salvage frigate module. That's nice.
Radiation detected.
When I come to this one, feeble gel. I've got no storage containers to put things in, so I have to sell most of this stuff. But maybe a storage container could be my next priority.
Radiation protection falling.
Mind myself if it's living slime. Yeah, viscous fluids. Let's chuck some of those in there then. This one might be below the bedrock. It is. Unless we're very lucky. Where is it? Hi, Japes. No, it's not a new save. I'm just carrying on the Titan save. Just because it's a different thing to do, and some people that have just recently finished Titan might find it useful. I'm not going to bother with that then. The glitch under. But I haven't got all the built parts. Right, uranium. No, first of all, make sure it's not left that in there. Doesn't look like it has. No, I didn't mark one, did I? Could maybe look what the faun's like here too. Only 7, probably 2 underground. It's not worth it, I don't think. Silver, copper. $778 and far too far. Yeah, Titan was pretty good, but it doesn't leave the save in a great position to carry on. You don't have the portal codes for it. You don't have the glyphs, for instance. You have a nice ship that can be flown around easily without using lots of stuff, but you need 100. You kind of have to do the grind to get the save into a decent order, and so far I've done about 4, 5, 6 hours, and I wouldn't say I have the save into a decent position yet.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, the problem with this multi-tool, it's actually quite good after you upgrade it to S-Class, but obviously that takes a lot of work to get that. Until you upgrade it, it's basically a mediocre rifle equivalent. Once you've upgraded it, it's actually a pretty good multi-tool. And it gives you a blaze javelin. Everybody's favourite weapon. That'll do. That'll be the way to do. I need... And 100 each. Ideally I want 2 or 3. So, yep, I'll do. The supercharged layout is actually all right. You get this one here, and this one here to start with. You got these 2, this one, and then that one turns up when you upgrade it to S-Class. You have 2 next to each other, 2 next to each other, and a single gap. So if you're using something like a neutron cannon, you put the neutron cannon there, and the S-class modules here, here, and here, and the other part there, then you get a pretty good multi-tool. I made a video on upgrading it and as evaluating it. It's not bad once you've upgraded it to S-class. It's exactly the same though as the Atlas scepter, except the Atlas scepter has better technology. Depending on when you got your Atlas scepter, because when that first came out, we all got slightly different Atlas scepters because they all had different seeds, whereas they now all have a static seed and you can't get different ones. So it's not a bad multi-tool, but you do have to put a lot of work in to make it a good one. And also, the Titan expedition isn't one of those ones that gives you thousands and thousands of nanites. Dioxide. Not seeing any. Does this work when you're on a planet? I've never actually tried it. Yes, it does. 556. 684, so that one's closest. I knew that was dying. It didn't seem to be selecting. What have we actually got on this planet? Quite a lot. Underwater. One underground. But we've got the newer underwater creatures here as well, because it wouldn't usually be separated otherwise. Steel plating.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Okay, so let's maybe see if we can find these underground creatures, because it might be worth it. Promising place to look. Was it? Oh, hang on. What's that there? That's not one.
Units received. Units received. Protection falling. Life support power low. Technology recharge.
It's possibly too far away to be it, but we'll check.
Units received.
One of the things I always do if I am looking for underground creatures is look above, just in case they've spawned, been pushed upwards. If they spawn in the ground, they get pushed to the surface.
Technology recharge.
Where was that one? There. That may be it. No, it wasn't. It's a shame. Still here, but it's rare. The thing is, now I've got a dioxide source here. I'll probably come back here quite a lot, so I don't necessarily need to get it straight away. What was that? There was a red dot there. It despawned? That's there. That's the underground. Okay.
Ground protection falling.
Where did I park my ship? That way. I got you. Yes. Whenever I return to autonomous mining units, I usually reload. Just in case it empties them. We'll come back there in a little while. So ground, flying. They're all underwater now. Ground is always active and rare. We could find it by running around. So, in fact, we don't even have to run around. I thought there was a pushing one. So we're not going to see flying necessarily because it's night time. Actually, that was water there. No, I thought it looked like water. There it is. That'll do over there. Want somewhere as deep as possible. No, it's not as deep as I thought. Never mind, let's see what we get. Very shallow. I don't think this is a very promising place to look for fish. And we do have the newer fish, just as I guessed. Come on. I don't want to go up because it can despawn them. Get out of the way, you. They're beyond that. Yeah. beyond there. Well, that's probably some of the smallest of that kind of creature I've ever seen. Right, so we've got one to get, and I don't think that's water. I think that's flying. It is. I think it was daytime. Diurnal, yes. Not hard and fast rule if you see something flying, just in case. New fresh save. When is it a good time to get the fishing rig? First visit to the anomaly question mark. Well, maybe. I mean, fishing is a nice way of getting nanites, I suppose. And also money in some instances. I'm so bored of fishing at the moment. I've not really thought about that. So I don't know. When I get back into fishing again, when I try and complete the catalogue on my OP save, then maybe I'll consider it. I guess it could... When it first came out, I remember thinking it could be a good method of getting nanites early. One of those things that doesn't change for perma, I guess. Right, so... I haven't been to this space station properly to see what's here. It's certainly a safe way of getting nanites in perma. You're not exactly going to risk anything doing a bit of fishing. I would imagine as soon as you start seeing fishing missions in the normal space stations, then it's probably a good time to try and take advantage of fishing. here at the moment. We do have multi-tool expansion slots. I think I'll take that one. It's probably going to make maybe the next thing I need to do. I was saying the couple of things I need to do. I need to either get some storage or I need to I guess one thing we do have from the expedition is another ship, and I haven't scrapped it, so I could use that as storage for a bit. Let's chuck those things in it. Things we're not going to be worried about for a while. Actually, I'll keep that one. What's that? That's that one. What's that one? That's the Mordite. We've run out of Mordite now. We can leave that to run for a bit. Gold, that's the next priority. Let's see if in this system gold is one of the... Actually... Let's see what we can harvest in space in this system, if it's silver or gold is the main one. Got a bit of gold. Got a gold nugget, that'll do. Let's just crash into them. Might be able to buy some gold from the retailers, i.e. the NPCs at the space station. That'll do for now, though. What was that? I'll deliver the goods. We didn't finish that. That was handy. That's in our system. From memory, the fishing rig is quite a cheap item, isn't it? I think we were saying the other day it was cheap. Is it also one nanite in perma? Because some of those prices can go up. But I imagine it's probably not. It's probably a multiplier, so it's probably not going to be very high regardless if it's 1 times something.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Fair enough. Did I have any extra silver? Yeah, so no. It's down here somewhere, no. Nice, I do have it. It's here. A little bit more for the solar panel. Did that stop working when I just did a... Let's quickly check that.
Thermal protection falling.
No, it didn't. It's just I don't have...
Technology recharge.
They're running okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're in perma and you find a large runaway mold farm, you think, oh, runaway mold farm. It's not particularly great.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
wonder, I haven't really got a good handle on how many hours into yesterday's stream it was when I got the freighter battle. So I might be due another freighter battle soon. I can actually pay attention this time and get the freighter. Let's go. Let's give ourselves a chance of a decent one, even though I'm going to take whichever one comes up. Actually, I guess. Actually, when did I save? Let me just save after the space station, because I'm going to drop off this thing at the space station anyway. The mission. Then I can have a restore point that's easy to use for freighters if it does pop. Let's get that straight away while we can. Reload. Restore point. And let's go. Let's see. Guess we could go to a pirate system, considering it doesn't really matter what we get in the stats wise at this stage. More chance of getting A class and S class. Yes. Right, let's pay attention this time and not shoot things that I shouldn't be shooting. Well, it's a capital. taken a lot of damage from the civilians there.
Hostile ships defeated. Navigational data
Right,
received.
my general principle is just take whatever is offered. It's a C. These things, trying to get that off my screen, but it hasn't got the normal button to get rid of them. It's got enough. It's got enough space there. Let's do the fleet stuff straight away. What we got in here? That's handy. Get close. I don't know how to actually interact with it first. I haven't done this for a while. Oh, expect your feet at the fleet management terminal. Let's try reading the screen, shall we? That inspected? Or is that inspected? Speak with the freighter navigator. No, I didn't actually do the right thing. I built the trade terminal. Thank you very much. I'll have that.
Product received.
Yeah, one of those. Too much of a hurry. Download data. Got the frigate fuel. Now when one of the guilds asks for frigate fuel, we might actually be able to give it to them. Do that yet. Right, let's think about this. This looks okay, but I'm not sure. It's in the perfect position for building, so
Technology recharge.
let's put it in the perfect position for building. Hermetic warp shielding required. What? That's better. I thought that was a... Colours are not very good in this area of space, it seems. It didn't look green at all. Right, we're now in the safer place to build. Haven't got enough of the refiner. What do we need? We need dehydrogen jelly. We have a refiner in a good spot. And some early storage. Has it put my other ship in here yet? No. Oh, it is. Couldn't see it. Oh, nice ship. Yeah, pity about the teal on the back there. Kind of spoils the colour. Why have we got a... Don't remember getting that. Maybe I did during the expedition, but I don't remember having that. I don't remember getting that at all, but I did do this expedition right at the beginning when it first came out, so I've not got a clear memory of what I did during the expedition. It's a nice ship. And I don't want it, so I'm going to scrap it. Anything in there? There's nothing in there.
Inventory full.
Of course, I've just filled up my inventory. So that. I don't think you get it in the expedition, but I must have just come across one and claimed it. But I didn't stream my first attempt at the expedition because I was having problems with OBS, so I couldn't. I didn't even record it, so I won't be able to look back and see how I got it. But might as well take one of these while they're there, because they tend to work. And even if they don't, it doesn't matter too much early on. I mean, I imagine if I came across one in the expedition, I wouldn't be able to resist just grabbing it.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Do I keep this ship or not? Now I've got a freighter. It doesn't matter as much. Keep that. Break that down. Keep that for now. Put that in storage. Get those wiring looms.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Or did I thought I had. Did I already spend my augmentation? I can't remember. Okay. Ironically, that's very similar to the current multi-tool I've got in terms of what it's likely to have stats-wise. I'm tempted to have a go at permadeath abandoned. If I'm going to do abandoned at all, I think I'll whack up the difficulties. I feel like you probably get to a plateau with abandon where you can't really get much further without grinding. That's better. Oh, I might as well get the glyph. Yeah, I'm in two minds whether they should add some way of getting a freighter. Maybe a way of completely building a broken one. Yeah, buried caches are one of those things that if you're doing a tougher run, you can always rely on. You can find some planets where there are buried cache everywhere. Often this kind of planet, actually. We'll have a quick look. It's a subterranean relic. That's a buried cache. It's not everywhere here, but I could find one quite quickly. We have one glyph. Often underground here, isn't there? Just in case we get the underground creature quickly. They've been very lucky with underground creatures today. Just certainly helping with the nanites. Sometimes this happens and you convince yourself that they've made underground creatures spawn a lot more easily, and then as soon as you convince yourself of that, you can never find the next one. Yeah, there's some people that say, "Oh, why does Nada suddenly wake up on the anomaly?" And it's because players are interacting with him and you can't see the player. Round, flying, underwater. Yeah, back in Adrift, you could almost see people running around there. I think if they like for instance, if they had a staff, I think sometimes you'd see the staff hovering and other little echoes. I don't know if they fixed that. I presume they have. There were little echoes of characters. like he's drinking there. It's quite cool.
Green radiation detected. Units received. Units received.
There's just one flying left, but I wonder if the flying is a bug or something, because I haven't seen it anywhere yet. Oh, just a stalk away from greatness. There he is. It wasn't flying after all, it was...
Units received.
These nanites are coming quite easy today in terms of getting fauna.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
I suppose I should talk to the NPCs. Not that I've got much language. Ugh. It's a 720. Sad thing is you can remember them. You don't even have to work them out anymore. You just think, oh yeah, this is the 721. I don't know if it's really still worth getting rusted metal. I'm in a habit of grabbing rusted metal just because in my other save I'm always talking to the autophage.
Radiation protection falling.
Because it's right there, that's probably worth grabbing.
Extreme radiation detected.
I'm sure these used to have a different drop at one point, not just Hadal cores. I don't think I've seen anything dropped from them other than Hadal cores for absolutely ages. We used to have underwater themed treasures from some of them. Yeah, factorials, yeah. Or just multiples if you're not familiar with the term. Yeah, if you're going to give us math problems, what I think they should do is have many, many more of them, because it just feels a bit odd that they have like a discrete number of them. Actually quite a nice ship. I quite like these dirty metallic yellow ones. Microprocessors didn't. Did I have any of my other shit? No. I think if it was lore, it would have to start off with quite simple lore, because it'd be a bit alienating to a newer player. But I'm sure they could think of something. Speak with the fleet commander. Did I not finish off that little sequence? Oh. When are they going to fix that sound? It's going to blow somebody's eardrums out. Oh, it's the actually talking to them in here, isn't it? Yeah, but so if he's a maths nerd, then make the puzzles a little bit better. But yes, it's a valid point. Is that it? Have we done that yet? Wait for the expedition to complete, yeah. I mean, it teaches you some basic things, but generally is very straightforward. And they could make them a little bit more interesting mathematically, without making them harder necessarily. Oh, wasn't looking where I was going, forgetting that I now have a post on the outside. I haven't bumped into one of those for years. That's a topic. Oh, just about scannable if I... Violent. They did lots of nice maths with the number sequences at the harmonic cams, and kind of the secret that not many people really got was that most of them were historic sequences for trying to find prime numbers. But they weren't puzzles. Yeah, I'm gonna put those in my thing. Yeah, look, things like Euler stuff and other prime number things that, because when I pointed out to someone, oh, they're mostly prime number related, they're like, no, they're not, because they're not all prime numbers. It's like, no, that's not the point. They're sequences that were used as part of the understanding of prime numbers. So it's like they were looking for, it gave us a clue that they were looking for Korvax prime. Prime being the word that we didn't necessarily work out straight away. Right, what haven't I got? Yes, I was looking at such lists online when I was finding the lists. I was definitely using it. They weren't all there though. There were some that were only on. I had to use about 3 different sources to find all of them. Some of them I just didn't recognize at all. Must be something else useful I can get for 6. Lanterns often useful. Let's get the proximity switch. You are obsessed with fishing. I am not about to start the fishing yet, because it's just... It's just... I'm having a break from fishing. Put it that way. We're on a break. Me and fishing, we kind of get on, but we're on a break. They have all been identified because I identified them all, but I don't know if I put them all online. I think I might have put them on the Reddit thread once. I definitely have them all on my iPhone. Let's see if I can find them. don't think this is an exclusive list on here. No, this isn't. This isn't the list where I worked them all out. There's a couple that haven't got names next to them. There were lucky numbers, magic constants, untouchable numbers, Fibonacci series above 1, primes, Euclid Mullin, weird numbers. But I haven't got any of the others on this list. I know I've got a list somewhere. Superior highly composite numbers. I know there was an Euler one there somewhere, and that's not on this list. I'll have to look on my PC. Yeah, fishing all the fish does take some time, doesn't it? I hated fishing in the Aquarius expedition. Restarted that one 3 times. Contemplating never fishing it. I didn't find Aquarius expedition at all difficult. I think it's just random because I got almost everything I needed every time. Don't want those. I didn't open that. I should do that. I do want to use that at some point, but I haven't got anything I can use it with. It wasn't difficult once they fixed everything. It was difficult while everything was impossible. As some of my streams will show. Is there something I wanted a microprocessor for? Did we get past that? Can't use that. Why is it giving me... Put that in storage as well. Oh no, wrong one. A bit further back than that. Actually, you can order these now, can't you? In... Yeah, I'm going to call it a day soon. So, but thanks for popping in and keeping me company. I can feel myself flagging already. Like when I start to do this, I start to wonder and think, what am I doing next? I'll do that. That's when that's when my brain's starting to flag. How long was this? 2 hours. So I picked a long one, so that's not going to be for a while. Let's get the carbon while I remember, because even if I finish now-ish, I can always get some again later. Keep thinking I can teleport, but I don't suppose I have the teleport yet. They did have a couple of salvage frigate modules. How many have I got now? 5. Is it 4 for the 5? Exactly 5. Excellent. So need some more antimatter. Haven't got quite enough. Maybe I do. Magnetic resonators and wiring looms. 3 more wiring looms. Let's go and get the wiring looms. That'd be a good place to feel like we've achieved something. I'm going to... is it worth fixing? It's probably not got very... big. Let's fix a few things and then we'll scrap it. Spend the wiring looms right now. Oh, I just did that on my mistake, so I've just used up some wiring looms. Run out of gold now, so I don't want to do that. Not going to do that one. That's probably enough. There are certain things that line up on ley lines on the coordinate system on planets, and certain things that maybe don't. So let's get rid of that fighter. Oh, can't even... Of course, I'm not... Need to go to the anomaly to do this. I could have used my base, I suppose. No, what are we doing? We're going there. C-class modules. Are there any ships going to come in here? Promising, so it might take a while.
Product received. Product received. Product received. Product received.
We can rip that off a trade. Hasn't got any of that though. Have a few wiring looms.
Product received.
What do I need? I need some wiring looms, magnetic resonator, a bit more antimatter. I had the antimatter.
Product received. Product received. Product received. Product
We're
received.
getting lots of tritium out of this, but I think I'm going to have to make the magnetic resonators.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
Although this has been thoroughly tested by Gravnaut, trust us. You're right to be skeptical about anything in this game, but he has done the work.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
It's a different one. No, I don't think it is. This is different. Yay, magnetic resonators. Let's get a few.
Product received.
Get a few of those while we're here too.
Received.
Dioxide always handy. Tritium, getting loads of that. Platinum.
Received.
Oh, that's a weird picture. was I doing? Oh, yes, I was fixing the matter beam. Right, that's the first major freighter thing done. Matter beam's always the huge quality of life increase, because we can now have a secondary, easily accessible inventory. I mean, I've never been against living ships because I find them quite useful. They're one of those things that are very useful early on. But you don't really get them early on usually, because obviously you need to get the 3,000 quicksilver to get an egg, and it's not really a beginner's quest. But if you can get one early on, they just save you a lot of resources because they're so easy to keep up. And obviously they're very easy to get all of your modules. Melody eggs are quite easy to get hold of. So in general, I think this is the best perk of that expedition. Might as well just put that in my refiner. Yeah. No. What I want to do. Metal plating, one more. I will talk about this in future streams almost certainly. But what I like to do is put a save point near the entranceway somewhere. This is not in its warp position, so I'm going to warp to it. Warp to a new system. Say the one with a base in. Oh no, it's out of jump range because we're quite new to this. That's not. There we go. Warp to a new system. Position the freighter in the safest place to build or refine. In this case, refine. Usually I would make a save at this point. Reload the restore point. Put something in the refiner. Make another save. And then we shouldn't lose anything in the refiner. As long as we don't move the ship. And if we do move the ship, warp. That's going to be a while. They should be done by now.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
That's probably where I'm going to end off. We have the matter beam, and that's the important thing. We have a more stable refiner that's slightly more stable than on the planet. Maybe a new system to have a look for some more nanites on. How many nans have I got now? 19,565. So that's been quite a productive day for getting nanites, which was the main thing I was trying to do. And I ended up getting the matter beam as well, so that was a bonus. So, thank you for watching, travel well, and goodbye for now.